Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar. So in the last video we have seen how to insert the data, update the data and fetch the data using the Postman, using the whatever the user entity that we have created. This particular data has been inserted using the user controller. We have several methods and it's a very less verbose code, and we made all these particular actions using the Spring Boot. There is another feature of Spring Boot where the externalization of the resources, property files, for example, all those particular kind of I think you might have heard about property files. So all these kind of data configurations, like data source, maybe a server ports, and any URLs, external URLs, development URLs, and different kind of parameters that we can externalize using the application.properties. And also we don't need to change any particular code for each and every environment. Probably we are deploying our application to the dev and then test and prod. We can make use of different kind of application resources in order to fetch the respective environment variables on those with the application slash dev dot properties, maybe application dot slash test dot properties, something like that. Let me give some one example how we can able to create it. Let me run this particular application and we observe what the default port, what it is running currently. The particular Spring Boot application on the Tomcat is the, as you know, it is an 8080. Every time I am actually stopping this particular server and running with a new instance. So it is always taking the 8080. But what happens is, if you keep running, I am not stopping here. So every time if you observe, I am stopping this server. So here, if you observe, the Tomcat server is running on 8080. I think everybody knows the default port of Tomcat is 8080. If I run again, okay, let me run and create some issue here. So I'm just rerunning that particular application without stopping that server actually. So what it happens is, it throws an error called port is already in use. Okay, so the application failed to start, and here the web server, it is failed to start because port 8080 was already is in use. So one way to actually make it work is, we need to make available this particular port to the Tomcat by actually stopping all the kind of instances. We need to go there and stop all these particular instances. Maybe here it is existing only one, but other way of doing it, we need to externalize the property. So there is a property called server dot port. Okay, let me explain. Maybe if you go to the spring.io.pivotal site, it lists down all the kind of externalization of the application properties. Here, if you go below, you don't need to do remember all these things. You just go to this particular URL. Maybe Google it just for Spring Boot application properties. It would give you all the kind of different types of properties that can be used in application.properties, and those particular values, possible values, whether it can be true or false, or maybe if you want to use what is the kind of data related that we use. Suppose say I am searching data source, username, password, all those things we will use it, right? Sorry, I think I am searching here. So data source, if you use the data source, Spring data source data, maybe the possible value, Spring data source username, Spring database password, all these things we can externalize here. And if you go, what I am looking now interested is server dot port. Okay, maybe, okay, so the default server port, maybe you can mention anything. So let me use this server port. Because the server port 8080 is already used, I am just trying to use 8090, something I am configuring. I'm just forcing Tomcat to make use of server port as 8090. Let me rerun this particular application and we will see whether we can it will run this application or not. Observe the console. Okay, it's actually kickstarting this particular Spring Boot application whatever we have developed. So if you observe, yeah, our application has kick-started even though the earlier instance is running, but now it has opened in 8090. Okay, if you see in the 8090, so go to localhost 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 8, oh sorry, it is a welcome servlet, that's fine. I think 8090 slash, I think that was coming from cache. 8090, what is the, I think user, we don't have anything like, but welcome would be there. So it is listening now 8090. It should not listen on 8080 actually. So if you click on, I think somewhere it is coming from the cache. So the port it is actually using as a 8090. Okay, so and if you see the user, our URL is the user, right? So I click on user, probably it is able to hit the data and it is fetching the null value. Like there is no data available in the repository because we haven't inserted, because that repository, once you restart the server, all the data will get vanishes. So this is how we can make use of even other properties also. There are so many properties, depending on the requirement we can make use of those particular properties. So this is how the externalization of our property file will work. So we will see the other kind of any features in the upcoming videos in the for the Spring Boot. Thanks for watching this video. Please click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.